And this is a tent or a canopy that we're going to heat print. So we ordered this. This particular brand is Outsunny, O-U-T-S-U-N-N-Y. We ordered it once again off of Amazon. There's Easy Up. There's a ton of different brands of pop-up tents and canopies. And it's sickening when you walk through a ball tournament or an event and you see these things everywhere for different teams, and none of them are logoed. So it's a tremendous opportunity to customize these for people and make a ton of money. There's a high perceived value on these. And we'll show you how to heat print this. So this particular one just Velcros off of its structure, I guess. Its pop-up structure. You can undo the Velcro, and that way you're working with it loose. Once again, you'll notice the thermal tape. So prior to the video, we folded it edge to edge and put a piece of thermal tape right where it folds at the middle placement so we can center our design. That's just an easy way to mark your location. And so now when I go to put it onto the press, I'm going to shove all the excess underneath here. Leave myself a little room to operate. And I'm going to try to center that thermal tape on the press and start to do the preheat. Now this Velcro's here, but this has a nice sort of, I guess you would say, valance or part that overhangs that you can drape the Velcro off the edge of the press to preheat and get ready to print. Now I'm extremely nervous about leaving a blue mark from the thermal tape on the white sort of media here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move the tape to my back location for centering. That way I don't damage the face of it. You really only have that issue when you're dealing with weird fabrics that are white or light in color. It has a chance. I'm also going to check my cover sheets. You can see some dyes from that tablet cover bled onto my cover sheet. Obviously I don't want the dyes to reactivate and dye my white area. So I'm going to grab a couple clean cover sheets, if I have those here. I'm going to use the non-stick cover sheet for this application. Teflon sheet or non-stick cover sheet. This one's clean. And we'll start by preheating my entire placement area. That'll give me time to dial in my pressure and settings. Preheat that. Gonna slide it. Gonna slide it over. Cover it, and heat print this, or preheat this side rather. Just a few seconds. I just want a flat area, that way I don't risk creasing and ruining my design. Now slide it over this way. Most of these items are constructed from polyester, so feel free to heat print away on polyester. If it is on nylon, you just want to make sure you select a material that's good for nylon. Or if it's not an application that needs to be laundered like this, you know, you could typically get away with a polyester base material on a nylon surface if it's not going to be laundered. All right, so it's nice with vinyl cutters and rolls of material. You can cut whatever size you want. So I've cut just an oversized STAHLS logo out of Fashion Film Electric. I want to fold it back to back to try to find the center point of this logo, and I'm just going to crease it. Gives me a nice center point. Make sure you position it the right way, and I can tell my thermal tape's right beneath here for my center point, so I'm just going to run it to the center, or I guess I could crease it on that side as well. And I'm just going to look to make sure I'm relatively even across the seam structure here, and then I'm going to kind of slide it over, sticking the sticky backing against it. And we'll start with a press on this side. Give it the full application, 10 to 15 seconds. On this side, now I want to be very careful when I'm sliding it over. That way if I press like half of a letter, I don't want to warp the vinyl where half of the letter is pressed and half isn't. I'm just going to get my cover sheet out of the way here. I'm be very delicate in how I sort of slide this over. Just making sure it's completely flat against here so I don't get any creasing at all. and I can see where it's been pressed already and where it hasn't on this H on STAHLS. Cover it with a cover sheet, and then I'll hit this side for the full application. "15 seconds. Now, of course, depending on if you want to print all 4 sides of the tent, it might be a little more time consuming, but the nice thing is with this placement, you can space several designs. After it's been applied, you're just going to remove the carrier all the way down. Fashion film is nice because you can peel it hot or cold, so it doesn't matter that this side's cooled down and that side's peeled hot. And I have a completed application. I can press that.